please join us and pay respect to our colors as the Westview Elementary School Choir from Olathe, Kansas sings our national anthem.
MASL TV is live on the air from the Kansas City area. Hi again, everybody, and welcome in. Tonight, the Kansas City Comets at 8-4 host the Syracuse Silver Knights with a record of 4-5. Glad to be teamed up with Jeff Houston. My name's Nick Vassos, our director tonight, Brad Zimmerman. It'll be the first meeting between these two teams, the Comets from the Central and the Syracuse Silver Knights from the East. The Comets, a successful weekend last weekend, Jeff. Their California swing last night turned out to be a positive one, probably the toughest weekend that they've had all year.
Yeah, it's not easy to go halfway across the country and play two games back-to-back like they did. And honestly, if you would have asked them if they came away from that game at 1-1, they would have been happy. But to come away 2-0, and especially the way they did against San Diego, it was a great week of practice for them. Everybody was pretty pumped up after that.
And Comets defender Alan Matingu, he got the threefer, didn't he? He got 3 awards.
He did. Well, he got named to the Team of the Week, which was great for him, first time ever. And then he transferred that over to the Player of the Week, which was fantastic. First time that the Comets have had a defender as the Player of the Week. Obviously, we've had a goalkeeper twice now. And now he has his game winner is up for the new MASL Goal of the Week. So fans can go and vote on that maslsoccer.com.
And when will that be decided?
That'll probably be announced, I believe, on Sunday this week.
All right, well, the Syracuse Silver Knights coming in wearing their orange and black. Comets well, wearing their home blue jerseys, the retro jerseys, and we are underway here live from Silverstein Ice Center's arena. The Comets, winners of 3 in a row. Their 2 wins in California last weekend vaulted them into first place, a first-place tie with the Cedar Rapids Rampage atop the Central Division. Folks, this is going to be a dogfight to the end of the year for the Central Division between Kansas City, Cedar Rapids, Milwaukee, and Chicago. All 4 teams are going to be battling through the remainder of this season, and we're just halfway through. Comets have played 12 games. So have all of the rest of the teams in the Central Division, with exception of Chicago. They've played only 10. Here's the Syracuse Silver Knights. They bank it off the wall through the area. The Silver Knights brought back several of their most familiar players. They are led by Joey Tavernisi. His 17 goals lead the Silver Knights. Their second leading scorer is
Canardo Forbes.
Canardo Forbes. He has been a longtime member of the Silver Knights as well. Darren Toby, one of the more familiar names that we'll hear. Jerger Gibson, who is from the same city and country as our Leo Gibson, is playing for the Silver Knights. Monrovia, Liberia. Here are the Silver Knights into the corner looking for Tavernisi, the Queens, New York native. Now out to Stefan Stokic. Stokic has 4 goals and an assist this year for Kansas City. Stokic battles on the boards. Matingu sticks one of those long tree trunks in there, deflects over to Asadpour. 13:06 left to play in the first. We're just underway, no score. Now Matingu pressing down into the corner. Looked promising for a moment, but Syracuse gathers back defensively. Now out front, shot, and it goes in! Double ding-dong off the side post. Matingu sets up the Comets' leading scorer, Leo Gibson. It's 1-0 Kansas City.
Well, I tell you, Allen's got a taste for the goal now. He's down there digging in the corner. Got a good assist on that one.
Here's another look at it again, Matingu. Yeah, he just peeled it back for Gibson, and Gibson hit it first time. And Leo's not going to miss from that range. And for Leo, that is goal number 15 on the year. And for Matingu, that is assist number 4. 1-0 Comets, 12:54 left to play in the first. Here's a long ball, picked up there by Patterson. Patterson holds it. He rolls it out to Brian Harris. Patterson trots it up, surveys the Syracuse Silver Knight defense, and then pumps it in the corner for Gibson. Gibson heads it into the area looking for Sinclair, the Comets, but it goes right into their keeper, Andrew Coughlin. Coughlin, a Syracuse, New York native. His record 4-5. He has made a total of 120 saves. His his goals against average, 5.89. So a pretty good run there for Andrew Coughlin, the goalkeeper. Turnover by Syracuse. It's a 3v3, and here comes Stokic. Out wide to Rodriguez, who sent it right back to Stokic. It pinballs off to the center circle, and Matingu of the Comets is there. Comets will go for some changes. Brian Perez, Vahid Asadpour, Alan Matingu, Leo Gibson, as well as Brian Perez out there. So Perez, Matingu, Asadpour, Harris, and another drive, and Coughlin makes the save.
Did you see who had that shot there, Nick?
Was that another Matingu shot?
That was an Allen shot.
Well, he scored a variety of ways when he got the hat trick in San Diego last weekend. He had one long one that would have been good from the old three-point range.
Oh, yeah, and that was a screamer, too. I mean, that was a no-doubter. And then he got one from the left side, and then that just got underneath Boris Pardo, and then the game winner that snuck it between his legs.
Oh, into the corner. And that's Moises Gonzalez appearing in his 8th game. He is fouled by a Comet player, Stokic. Maybe Sosa. John Sosa
is first.
So Gonzalez will put it in play for the Silver Knights, or maybe it'll be Tavernisi. Correction, that's Jake Schindler behind the ball now. Here's Schindler with a 2-man wall in front of him. Back to Gonzalez, and a terrific block there by Stokic.
difference from Matingu.
Now a long drive. Wow, good shot there by Gonzalez on the volley and a good save by Patterson. Now Jerjer Gibson off the wall, trying the old wall Escora. Comets are there. Matingu is there. Forbes plays it away from the goal. Gonzalez gets it back. He fires again. Another save by Patterson.
You know, I don't know if there's anybody better in the league at giving up their body to block the shot than Stefan Stokic.
Stokic leads the Comets in blocks with 13. Correction, I believe, no, let me double check that. Stoke 22. I don't want to shortchange Stefan. 22 blocks for the Comets, the leading shot blocker for KC. Coming up on 10 minutes to play in the first. 1-0 Comets on a goal by Leo Gibson. The assist going to Alan Matingu. Slavica Uba Peripovic, one of the most unique names in all of indoor soccer. He's out there and also has a unique number, wearing number 99. Crashes into Lucas Rodriguez and a foul on Slavica.
Syracuse foul on number 99, his first of the game.
I think our public address announcer decided to punt on his name. We just called him 99.
To be fair, it is a rather intimidating name.
Right, you gotta practice it a couple of times.
A lot more than Bassos or Husted.
Yeah, but you know what? Syracuse does have somebody on their roster. I don't believe he is. We haven't seen him in the game, and I'm not sure if he's here. But he is a Syracuse, New York native, and this is right up my alley here, Jeff. Stefanos Stamolakatos. Stamolakatos.
Is that the common spelling?
At it. That's a try. I tried a couple of times before I showed up here at the arena because I saw that name, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 letters. So I had to practice that a couple times.
I'm just going to...
Ball in the middle, and Patterson gets hung up. He ran into Moises Gonzalez and gets tripped up. Patterson's okay, but correction, that was not... that was Nate Bordeaux who got tangled up with.
His first of the game.
Bordeaux, his first foul, and Patterson there talking to one of the officials. Ron Corey is our crew chief tonight. And the second official there is Kyle Atkins. Under 9 minutes to play in the first. Into the corner for Pino, Guerrero Pino. And then away from the goal, front and center to Asadpour. Pino scored the game-tying goal in San Diego last weekend on Saturday night. That knotted the game at 6, and then as we've talked about, Alan Matingu got the game winner with 21 seconds left in the game, stunning the Sockers at home. That was an impressive victory by the Comets after falling at home to the Florida Tropics the weekend before, 8-7. Comets got some space. Shot save made by Coughlin right there on the doorstep. Syracuse trying to clear it, but the Comets will hold it in. Here's Asadpour into Gibson. And from behind, a foul on Uba Peripovic.
Syracuse foul on number 99, his second of the game.
That's Slavica's second foul. He'll have to be careful, and here's a replay of it. Slavica with a foot and then maybe a push. Asadpour to Harris. Back live action. Left side, Matingu to Gibson. Now Alan. Once again, there's that toe poke again by Matingu. When he was Rookie of the Year 2 years ago, he used that move so effectively against opponents. I'm glad to see it back for Comets fans.
It's just, you never know where it's going to go, the good old toe poke. And sometimes when you're shooting it, you don't know where it's going to go. But if you put enough on it, it doesn't matter. It's going to find the net.
And you know, last year, Matingu was slowed by injuries. He just never felt right. And even at the beginning of this year, still just trying to find his way. I'm wondering maybe if that San Diego game, or maybe he's just feeling a whole lot better now. He's feeling more like himself, and that's why we're seeing better play from him.
You know, we had some time off there, and then around the holidays, so he got rested up, and like you said, he was slowed a little bit by injuries last year, so it takes a while to come back, and sometimes that 3-week break right there, that really helps.
Syracuse on offense. They send it into the last third of the Comets. Tavernisi is there. The ball's free, and Ignacio Flores better be careful over there. Didn't want to press Joey too far up against those boards, or he's going to get carded for that. But both teams play on. Gonzalez looking to get it into Jerjer Gibson. And it goes out of bounds, and we've got a timeout on the field. Official timeout, 6:56 left to play in the first. The Comets won, and the Knights nothing.
Let's send it over to Mix 93, Steve.
Alongside Jeff Houston, I'm Nick Vasquez. Glad to have you along here on MASL TV for tonight's matchup with the Kansas City Comets hosting the Syracuse Silver Knights live at Silverstein Ice Centers Arena. Comets 8-4, Syracuse 4-5. Both of these teams are going to play 2 games this weekend. Syracuse will play 2 road games. Tomorrow, they will travel up the I-29, Interstate I-29, to take on the Cedar Rapids Rampage tomorrow. That'll be 7:05 Central Time. And the Comets are going to travel to Chicago to take on the Mustangs in a very important game on Sunday, January 22nd. That game at 3:05. 1-0 Comets, under 7 minutes to play in the first half. Comets have looked fairly good on offense. Syracuse has kept their shape for the most part on defense. Shot from Perez goes a little bit wide. Gibson trying to corral the rebound. Syracuse will send it back to the Comets half of the field. Rodriguez is there for the Comets to funnel it back to Patterson. And then up to Matingu. Here comes Alan again. Cuts it back to the right. Now to the corner to Leo. Leo settles it on the carpet. Then to Matingu. Matingu shields away the defender in Tavernisi. Gibson now left side, Asadpour. Comets building it out of the back here. Matingu goes off and Sinclair comes on. The Comets give up possession in the last third of Syracuse. And Coughlin will boot it out towards Schindler. Now Schindler to Forbes. Forbes into the corner for Gibson. Jerjer Gibson. Jerjer Gibson and O'Dane Sinclair are both battling there.
You know, Nick, we were joking earlier about Allen being so involved in the offense today. The truth is we're probably going to see a few players out of position or see a few players doing different things today. We've got 2 Palmers out of 2 Palmers on the team that are missing tonight because of disciplinary reasons. Ramon Palmer will be back on Sunday, but Robert Palmer, unfortunately, will be sitting out that one as well. So, you know, we're a little short-handed, and but so far the guys are filling in. They're finding their roles, and you can't really tell that we're short-handed on the field.
Check out the Mike Ferguson Show.
Once Sunday is over, Robert Palmer's suspension will be over. He's expected to rejoin the team after Sunday's game.
Correct. Yeah, there's a 2-game suspension for Robert and 1 game for Ramon.
And that was because of the altercation in San Diego.
That's correct. There's both players on video. It appeared that there was a strike to the head, which the league takes very seriously. And that's an automatic game. And then Robert got an extra one because of the red card.
Gotcha. So, Comets, without the Palmers, Ramon and Robert, we'll see how they adjust. Syracuse sends it deep into Comet territory. Patterson comes off his line to kick it to the center circle. Picking it up there is Bo Yelovak. Yelovak's their team captain. Now Bordeaux sends it wide. Gonzalez. Gonzalez, a long ranger, and Patterson ranging to his right. Full extension to knock that one away. Sosa picks it up for the Comets. Back to Matingu. Alon sends it up Main Street to Guerrero Pino. Pino, the rookie and a UMKC product, has really impressed a lot of fans this year. Guerrero Pino, in his first year, has come up with several goals.
He got 7 goals, 3 assists.
Yeah, in 12 games. He's the 2-time MVP from the University of Missouri, Kansas City, also known as Kansas City University. Coach Rick Benben, former Comet coach, now entering his 19th season for the UMKC Kangaroos. Got a whistle and a foul called against the Comets with 3:50 left to play in the first.
Kansas City foul number 7, Vahid Asenpour. His
You know, I have
first
to
of
check
the
my
game.
stats, but I think Lucas Rodriguez, when he was Rookie of the Year in 2010, 2011, he had 14 goals as a rookie, and Pino's already halfway there, so that's
Making a bid for Rookie of the
Syracuse
Year.
foul
It's
number
not bad.
11. Gibson, his second of the game.
Jerger Gibson picks up his second foul of the game. Both teams at even strength. We haven't had a penalty so far. Comets lead it 1-0 on a goal by Leo Gibson. The assist coming from Matingu. The Comets are 8-4. They're tied for first place in the Central. These Silver Knights are 4-5, and they're coming off a victory over Harrisburg. And I tell you, the Central Division, the Eastern Division, has gotten a lot more competitive from the teams that are underneath Baltimore. There's a drive and a block there by Flores. Coming on was Antonio Manfoot, and he fired one right off of Nacho. Now Jerger Gibson away from the goal to Uba Peripovic. Down to Gibson. Gibson marked by Sosa of the Comets. Gibson off the boards, back to Uba Peripovic. Slavisa off of Stokic. Rebounds front and center. Syracuse, Florida, and Harrisburg are all very close to each other in the standings. And another reminder here that the top 2 teams of each division are going to qualify for the playoffs. So there's 3 teams there battling out for 2 positions. And you look at the Eastern Conference right now, Florida, Syracuse are tied 3 games behind Baltimore, and then there's Harrisburg 3.5 games back. So very competitive Eastern division now. Baltimore leading that division with an 8-3 record. By the way, Baltimore this weekend is going to have, they're going to be on the road. They're going to take on, they are taking on Cedar Rapids tonight, so we'll hopefully get a score from that game. We've got a timeout on the field, and we will keep it. We'll keep it right here. And since we're talking about that, let's tell you what's happening around the MASL tonight in terms of who's playing who. Baltimore at Cedar Rapids, and that game's already underway, so maybe we can get a score from Baltimore and Cedar Rapids. Syracuse here in Kansas City. Harrisburg is at St. Louis, and that game is also underway. Baja travels to El Paso. That game will start at 8:35 Central Time. Sonora is in Ontario to take on the Fury. That game kicks off at 9:05. And Turlock is at Tacoma to run with the Stars. That game kicks off at 9:35 Central Time. Here it's 1-0 Comets over the Silver Knights. Leo Gibson picks up the goal. Comets 8-4, Cedar Rapids 8-4. Chicago is 6-4. They're a game back, and Milwaukee is 7-5. They are 1 game back as well. And then you have St. Louis, who's 1-11. They're 7 off the pace. Karate Cam is working well. Everybody dancing.
816 Hotel is the official hotel of the Kansas City Comets.
Syracuse triggered the restart. They shot it over the goal, so Stephen Patterson will have it on the goalkeeper distribution with 2:39 remaining to play in the first quarter.
Including the Comets. For more information, visit 816hotel.com.
Brian Harris and Stephen Patterson back there on defense, and Patterson knocks it out of bounds.
the glass.
Dangerous restart here for the Silver Knights.
So head coach Brian O'Quinn puts Bordeaux behind the ball, but Uba Peripovic comes over, takes it, and a save is made by Patterson. That was a good piece of deception there by Syracuse, and an even better save by Stephen Patterson, who's been strong in net so far tonight.
You know, I don't even know how he saw that until it got to him.
Yeah.
Behind the wall.
Jake Schindler on back to Coughlin. Now that was to Uba Peripovic. Comets with some midfield pressure on the Silver Knights. Now into the corner for Tavernisi. Wall pass in the area, kicked away by Rodriguez. Who's going to come up with it? It's Gennaro Forbes. A shot and a save is made by Patterson. Great pass there by Forbes on over to Tavernisi, and he put it on target, but Patterson was there to make the save. Now Asakor. Sinclair. Comets playing their 13th game of the season. 20 games in the regular season. And with the Comets and Cedar Rapids tied with a record of 8-4, things are going to be getting very close here in the next few weeks. And I was asking Jeff here before the broadcast about tiebreakers. I won't ask you to go through them again now, but I just think it serves that everything is very, very close, and these games are magnified because they're so important here, even down the stretch. We're still, we're 8 games out from finishing the regular season.
Oh, every game is important from here on out, especially in this division, because right now there's one game separating first from third. So, one game says you're either in the playoffs or you're out right now. So that's just makes everything that more magnified.
I do know that you know this. The first tiebreaker is what?
It's head-to-head.
And who's got that?
Cedar Rapids has that right now.
Yeah.
So that makes every game even more important for the Comets because they're behind the 8 ball on that one.
Yep.
They do have one more game with Cedar Rapids, but unfortunately they're down 2-0 in the season series.
Under 20 seconds to play in the opening quarter. It's 1-0 Kansas City over Syracuse. Up the far touchline, Syracuse comes. The Comets knock it away. Now Sosa in their center circle looking for mates. Now he finds Pino. Final ticks of the clock here in the first quarter. 4 seconds left. And there's a shot there off the foot of Thompson. And Patterson makes the save as the horn sounds. And that'll do it for the first 15 minutes. The Kansas City Comets won, and the Syracuse Silver Knights nothing. You're watching MASL TV on YouTube. We'll be right back. Thanks for watching MASL TV. Kansas City leads it over Syracuse 1-0. We're glad to have you along this YouTube channel. Watching the Major Arena Soccer League. Kansas City has the ball to begin the second quarter. Comets get a goal from Leo Gibson. The assist going to Alan Matingu. And that is our score so far through the first 15 minutes. And here we are underway in the second. Comets have the ball. It's a give and go with Gibson, who aimed for the far post and just missed it. Matingu gets the rebound back. Bounces off to Perez. Now, a scramble to try to win the ball in the left wing corner. The Comets are digging away there. Bo Jelevek is there. Jelevek goes down, complains. Both teams play on. The Domino's Miracle Minute is underway here. Just 16 seconds left. If the Comets score a goal here in the next 13 seconds, everybody is going to get some pizza. Out of bounds off the Comets. That might dash the hopes of everyone here to walk away with some pizza tonight.
But you know, the folks at Domino's, they're itching to give away pizza. They decided they're going to do it a second time tonight. So I will see it again in the fourth quarter. Yes.
I love it. Thank you, Domino's. Syracuse on offense. Schindler on over to Bordeaux. Bordeaux cracks one from downtown, and Patterson made the save. Couldn't hang on, but his teammates get it back to him, and he's throwing long for Pino down the left side. Pino trying to circle it back into the middle. And Coughlin is there to pick it up for the Silver Knights. Here comes the pressure from the Comets. Trying to force a turnover in the last third. Bordeaux gets it across the line up to Tavernisi. On back to Bordeaux. Syracuse 4 and 5. They'll take on Cedar Rapids tomorrow. Coughlin 4 and 5. He's gone the distance so far this year for Syracuse. Brian O'Quinn, their head coach and longtime goalkeeper, used to serve as the netminder for Syracuse, but now he's moved up to head coach after Tommy Tanner moved up to the front office.
Yeah, just everybody working their way up.
And our good friend Kim Runfed, the Rocket. Oh, here's a giveaway in the last third. Now a shot, and a save is made by Patterson. Almost a horrible mistake there by the Comets.
That's the way to clean up your mess.
No kidding. Now Nacho tees one up and lets it fly. That went out of bounds.
Scores from around the league, Nick. In Cedar Rapids, the Rampage hold a 3-1 lead over the Baltimore Blast. Obviously, we're 1-0 here. And in St. Louis, the Ambush are leading 3-1 over the Harrisburg Heat.
Wow. St. Louis making a bid for their second win of the year.
The Eastern Division not having fun in the Central tonight.
A lot of Eastern Division teams are in the Central.
Yeah, all three games right now are Central versus Eastern, and all three games, Central Division is leading.
Under 12 minutes to play here in the first half. Comets leading 1-0. Before we got the scores here, I was talking about our good friend Kim Runfed, who always comes up, and the Rocket always gives us a visit here in the booth. We love that because we love the Rocket, the legend that he is. But he was asking about Tommy Tanner. He's wondering, did Tommy make the trip?
Yeah, when you move up to the GM status, I guess you don't need to do all the traveling.
So, Tommy, if you're listening tonight, we won't repeat what Rocket said to us since you're not here, but it was pure Rocket, so just imagine that, all right? You can send him a text. Out of bounds, off of Kansas City. It'll be Syracuse ball with 11:19 left to play in the first half.
Not sure if Tommy's listening tonight, but want to say hello to Alan, the Director of Communications out there in Syracuse. Says hello. He complimented me on my beard, so I guess he's all right.
He's a good guy. Very helpful. Stokic into the middle. Broken up by Schindler. Nice play there by Jake. Rebound comes all the way back to the half line. Sosa touches it to Patterson. And then across the line it comes to Perez. Uba Peripovic had it. Then Sinclair puts a big boot into it. Gibson sends it right back to O'Dane. Sinclair puts one of those size 10 shoes into it. And then it's deflected off of Syracuse out of bounds. The Comets will have it.
Comets fans, don't forget that our annual
It'll be deep in the left wing corner. Sosa will come over and trigger the restart.
All over the region will be participating in a fun soccer match during the break, so stick around.
So all offensive players on the field right now for the Comets. Sosa tried to go inside to Perez or Asadpour. Broken up by Syracuse. Antonio Manfoot's out with it now. Manfoot looking for Uba Peripovic, who chases it into the corner. He falls down looking for a call. No whistle. Comets trying to clear now. Manfoot tees it up, lets it fly. Patterson makes the save. Patterson had good vision on that one to make the save. Now Rodriguez across the field to Asadpour. And that one right off of Leo, who wasn't even looking. It goes off of his hand.
No, it went off of Bordeaux's hand.
Bordeaux's hand.
Number 80, his second
Get
of
my
the game.
prescription checked. Now Manfoot, Perez challenge, and a foul is going to be called on Perez, who got up into the air, and he raised a leg at Antonio. And BP rung
Chasing
up.
foul number 9, Brian Perez, his first of the game.
10 minutes to play in the first half. Here's Manfoot. Here's Domenico Vitali into the game for the first time. This one near side to Darren Toby, and a steal. Here's Stokic, who shoots and a save. He gets the rebound, and then another save. Coughlin ×2. What a job by the keeper from Syracuse.
Sometimes those one-on-ones are harder than they look.
Trying to create an angle when you're coming straight at him is really difficult.
Syracuse foul on number 5,
And
his first of the game.
I know it's hard, and Stokic right there is probably just saying, oh man, he's had a chance 2 times in a row. Here's another look at it here. Stokic just looking for that shot, and a good kick save there. And then another great glove save there. So nice job, Andrew Coughlin.
It was a good save, and it was a good job of Stokic getting to the rebound, but it was unfortunate, just a hair too far wide. If he could have gotten to it a little bit closer, that's a goal for sure.
Stokic with 4 goals this year. I mean, he's been playing as a defensive runner for Leo, so he's had a little bit more chances than playing defender, all year like he has in the past.
He's just, he's that little aggravator this year. He comes in, you think you're getting a break because Leo's getting a rest, and all he does is come in and just pick, and it pays off.
I love that, the aggravator. I might have to start rolling that one into the rotation. I like that.
There we go.
Patterson making a bid for number 2 on the year with his foot. Rebound comes to Matingu. Matingu darts inside. He's pressed up against the wall by a pair of orange jerseys. Back front and center for Harris. Now Asadpour with 8.5 left to play in the first half. 1-0 Comets. Asadpour. Now Sinclair. Comets patient. Now forward to Gibson. Gibson marked by Toby. Gibson shielding away the defender, now turns. Comets likely will pass it back to their keeper, and they do to reset. A couple changes here. Lucas Rodriguez comes on for the Comets. He has some fresh legs. He kicks it forward to Sinclair, then tried to give it right back to Lucas, but his touch was not what he wanted it to be. And Syracuse will kick it long. Patterson off his line. Now Gonzalez. A pair of 10s there. Gonzalez and Rodriguez battle for it. Controlled by Syracuse. Here's Coughlin. He's a Syracuse, New York native. Lots of Syracuse natives on the Silver Knights team. They also have players from Rochester, New York, Clay, New York, and Queens, New York. Damarnisi, he's from Queens, to Canardo Forbes. Canardo Forbes is from Kingston, Jamaica. 7 minutes to play in the first half. Patterson Passed it into open space, and it was picked up there by Syracuse. And now we've got a whistle and an official timeout on the field. So it's a break time. 7:02 left to play in the first half. It's the Comets 1 and the Silver Knights nothing. MASL TV is live on YouTube. Glad to have you along for part of your weekend with us here inside Silverstein Ice Center's arena. It's the Kansas City Comets 1 and the Syracuse Silver Knights nothing. If you're watching us from Syracuse, welcome in. Glad to have you along. We were just mentioning the number of players from the state of New York for Syracuse. They have 10 players from the state of New York playing for the Silver Knights.
One of the things I love about this league is you can put together a solid team using regional players. I mean, you look at our squad, it's composed of a lot of UMKC, a lot of local college kids. And I'd say we have a pretty decent team.
Yeah.
I'd say Syracuse has a pretty decent team. And you look around, and all the teams around are that way. Every team has somebody that they bring in from other areas. We go as far as Canada.
Yeah.
to get our keeper.
It reminds me, and they're not having the year that they want, but it reminds me of St. Louis. St. Louis would be able to field all those guys from the St. Louis area. They're a great soccer town, and all of the names that were from the state of Missouri are from St. Louis.
Yeah. And KC is growing into a much bigger soccer area, and that's why we're able to do what we can. I mean, when you bring in guys like Pino and Nacho, those are guys they're not local to this area all their lives, but they've been here for quite a while. They've learned the game. They grew in the game here in this area.
1-0 Comets over the Silver Knights. 6:37 left to play in the first half. Uba Peripovic trying to clear it out. Goes off and out of bounds, and it'll stay with Kansas City. Brian Perez to Sosa. Now over to Asadpour. Here's Leo Gibson. Back to Asadpour with the give and go. Leo lifts it into the air. Now Canardo Forbes takes it for Syracuse. Syracuse goes for changes. Antonio Manford comes on. Stephen Patterson, the Thunder Bay, Ontario native. I bet it's really cold there right now. It's right on the north side of Lake Superior, on the Canadian side. But it is quite beautiful in the summertime. I had to look up Thunder Bay, Ontario, and I looked it up, and I was like, that looks like a nice place to visit in the summertime.
Did you get a brochure to plan your summer vacation already?
I haven't, but I don't need one because I'm going to consult Steven, who's going to be my travel guide. He's going to tell me all the best places to go when I go there.
Maybe we should look into
where to fish, all that stuff. Oh, here's a breakaway, but first a foul is called against Syracuse. And Brian O'Quinn and the rest of the Syracuse side is beside themselves. It's a golden opportunity there for Zachary McNabb, who had the ball, was racing towards the goal.
His first of the game.
Yeah, Syracuse isn't going to like that because they had a breakaway, obviously, but I think it was Forbes. Yeah, Forbes was holding Lucas back, and you got to give the defender a chance to defend.
Chance with a shot there by Syracuse. Off the inboards. Comets still packing it in. Here comes Stokic with a little bit of pressure. Out to Coughlin. Now Tavernisi. Correction, Manfoot. 4.5 to play in the first half. Only 1 goal scored in this game. That's a little surprising to me. I thought we might have a little bit more offense between these two teams. Forward it goes to Bo Yelovak. Yelovak. Oh, there's a wall pass, and just as I speak,
Goal,
Walla
Syracuse.
Scora for Syracuse. And that looks like number 8. Is that
There he is.
there he is. Stefanos Stamulakatos. Oh, Stamulakatos. Stamulakatos. Did I get that right?
Syracuse goals
Stefanos,
10 minutes
yes.
and
That's
42
brutal.
seconds.
Just brutal. 1-1 and a goal. I knew that he was going to score tonight. I just knew it.
Assisted by number 13, Bo Yelovats.
You know, he's played in 6 games, okay? And just our luck, Jeff, it's his first goal of the year, okay? And he has to he scores it here in Kansas City, and the freaking Kansas City announcer can't pronounce his name.
You get the honor of the first time to announce his name.
That's right. So, Stefanos, congratulations, young man. Knotted at 1. Harris. A wall, and by the way, that was a Walla Scora, too. We like those. And we like Walla Scora's website, too. Here's Patterson. Syracuse matching up. Pretty good with the Comets here so far. Now Pino over to Matingu. Matingu marked by Darren Toby. Matingu still going forward, and a foul called on Darren Toby, a Trinidad Tobago native. He's been playing with Syracuse for a couple years now.
Syracuse foul on number 21, his first of the game.
Gibson with the volley shot. It bounds over the crossbar. Now another drive and ding-dong off the post. That one deflected just wide. That one off the foot of Sosa.
And that was headed for the far side netting.
Oh,
Just got a touch on it to get it away.
Kansas City foul on number 6, Guerrero Pino, his first of the game.
Coughlin up to Schindler. Schindler taken back by Syracuse. Patrick Thompson is there. Now out wide to Bordeaux. Comes near side Schindler. Forward down to the corner to Tavernisi. Tavernisi into the middle to Schindler. Good defense there by Sinclair. He gets knocked down. Picked up by Uba Parapovic, marked by 2 Comet players. Now Manfoot. Antonio's got Stokic in front of him. Now Slavisa front and center. Left-footed shot, save made by Patterson, and he's able to hang on. Matingu! Matingu! Oh, yeah, I think it's safe to say the Frenchman. Oui, oui, he's a feeling it.
Kansas City Comets.
He's going to be lobbying to Gorin, start putting him on that front line a little bit more often. Man, he just tucked it in the far post too.
Kansas City
Yeah,
goes
nothing
over
Coughlin
12
could do
minutes
about
and 41
that.
seconds in the second quarter. Scored by number 4, Alain Matingu. Assisted by number 10, Lucas Rodriguez.
So Lucas gets the assist. And
Comets fans,
for
don't
Alain
forget, our
Matingu, he
annual
picks up
mascot
number
game is
5
coming
on the
here in
year.
just a few minutes at halftime.
For Lucas,
Your favorite
assist
characters from
number
all across the
4.
region will be taking part
2-1,
in the soccer
Comets
match, so
on top
stay
of
tuned. You don't wanna miss
Syracuse
it.
with 2 minutes and 8 seconds left to play in the first half. Had a whistle and a foul called against the Comets. Dangerous play foul there on Kansas City.
Kansas City foul on number 23, Nacho, his first of the game.
Darren Toby sends it in the corner for Yelovak. Yelovak double teamed by the Comets. Bordeaux lost it. Up with it is Nacho. Nacho plays it back to Brian Harris. Harris on over to Patterson. That pass a little bit soft, almost picked off by Syracuse. It bounds out of bounds, and it'll go to Kansas City with 1:36 left to play in the first half. Jeff Houston and Nick Vassos live on MASL TV. Our director, Brad Zimmerman. Glad to have you along. Comets looking to win their 4th in a row. Here's Alan Matingu to Toby, and Darren Toby did it again. He kicked it out of bounds, but they're going to say it was unintentional, so they'll keep it on the far touchline. Asipor. Patterson comes up to the half line unmarked. Back to Matingu. Under a minute to play in the first half. Pressure from Syracuse. Now Patterson. Forward for the corner and Leo. A funny hop. Jelovic's there, shielding away Gibson of the Comets. Jelovic, you wall pass to himself. Does he have something here? Jelovic down the far side looking to get it to Canardo Forbes. Forbes has it. Shovels it into the middle. Asipor is there for the Kansas City Comets. Brian Perez shielding it away, but they get it back. Jelovic shoots it. Jelovic scores! What a play by Syracuse to get it into their team captain, Bo Jelovic. And they tie the game at 2 with 15 seconds left to play in the first half.
Comets getting a little sloppy there on their own defensive third, and nice little chip, easy over Patterson for Jelovic. Ties the game.
How about this Syracuse team, huh? They have come to play.
Scored by number 10, Moises Gonzalez, assisted by number 21, Joey Tabernesi.
I thought that was Jelovic that got that.
Looked like it to me.
Okay.
Mike, look at it on review.
All right, well, we'll get maybe we could have our director, Brad Zimmerman, give us a little replay here as the final second ticks away here in the first half. And if we can get might be able to tell, it looked to me like it was Jelovic who had that goal there. So we'll stand by here for a second and see if we might be able to cue that up. The first half is over. There we go. There we go. Okay, no need for a replay. Thank you, Mr. Zimmerman. We've got it cleared up. Yep, Jelovic officially gets credit for the goal, and that is his 4th on the year. He has a goal and assist so far tonight. Canardo Forbes picks up his 11th assist on the season, and we are tied at 2 as both teams head into the locker rooms. Well, the annual mascot game, a fan favorite, is coming up here at halftime. If you're watching here from Kansas City, you'll be able to watch your favorite mascots perform at halftime. It should be entertaining. It should be ugly. It should be a whole lot of fun, Jeff.
You know, it's never really a mascot game unless somebody loses their head at least once.
That's the best.
My first mascot game I ever got to experience as a fan. We had quite a few, and we do every year. We have Star Wars characters, and we had quite a few Star Wars characters here. And there was one poor Jedi that was out on the boards, and I don't remember if it was Casey Wolf or if it was Slugger. But one of the two of them came full speed, never saw the Jedi, and just plowed him over. And our good friend Ed Bishop was on the PA, and he just kept saying, "We have a Jedi down, Jedi down." Well, these are always fun games. Got a couple things before that gets started, but I always love seeing the mascots.
All right, well, we hope you enjoy it. Jeff and I will be back. We've got a little bit longer halftime here, but Jeff and I will be back for the second half action. It's the Comets 2 and the Syracuse Silver Knights 2. Glad you're with us on MASL TV.
your wait is over. For your viewing enjoyment, we proudly present to you these awe-inspiring characters from all over the region who participate in tonight's annual mascot game presented by Sky Zone. Calvin, go ahead and get these shenanigans started. Visit from back here. Slide for one of the boxes back into it. Here we go. Oh, we had a shot on goal, and that is badly played. You know, for a Dark Lord of the Sith, Darth Vader does not have much defensive awareness. We've got some soccer on the field and possibly some professional wrestling as the Mavericks Mac has brought a folding chair out onto the field. This suddenly may have not become a family-friendly event. Sizzle's always let it help out. He was pinning him. That was a pin. That was a wrestling maneuver. Boy, Matt goes in the seats too. He's all over the place. We got a save from the Pirates. think that was a kangaroo handball. Don't you?
I didn't see it.
Can a kangaroo carry the soccer ball in its pouch? Is that legal? Consult the official mascot game soccer manual. Come on. Avert your eyes, children. Avert your eyes. I think I need to sit down for a moment.
Here we go, Casey Wood.
Just off the post, ding dong by Chuck E. Cheese and the Park Pit Pirate. I believe Calvin is trying to give a red card to a player, but no one seems to be paying any attention to it.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I've never seen a moving truck play soccer. Oh, you've got Mac down from the Dark Lord of the Sith.
Mac is exhausted over here. You need a break? You need in?
We have an incredibly lifelike looking mascot joining the field, Steve.
Mac tagged him in.
We got Casey Wolf and the Kangaroo, the lightsaber battle. Who says you can't have fun at the old soccer game? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mascot freeze. All right, mascots, head to the middle of the field. We gotta get team pictures. No, really, you can't. We have a little hold on half of soccer to play. Yeah, you can take a picture now. I think we're good. Yeah, let's take a picture. We're good. It's the mascot mannequin challenge, I think. It's officially in. All right.
Hope you enjoyed the mascot game. We are back live on MASL TV, where the Comets and the Silver Knights are tied at 2. Jeff Houston, I'm Nick Vassos. Brad Zimmerman is our director. And we have 5 other games going on around the MASL tonight, but we're going to talk about a couple of ones that have some special interest to us. So go ahead, Jeff.
Yeah, up in Cedar Rapids, the Rampage still hold on to the lead, but it's 3-2 now. And in St. Louis,
over Baltimore.
Over Baltimore. In St. Louis, the Ambush are also 3-2 over the Harrisburg Heat.
Okay.
In El Paso, the Coyotes and Atletico Baja are tied 0-0. They just started that game.
All right. We are set to go here for the third quarter. Comets have goals by Leo Gibson and Alan Matsingu.
We got a 2-2 tie Syracuse.
And
who owns this house?
the Syracuse Silver Knights have goals by Stamulakatos and Yellowback. Here's Joey Tavernisi. He goes down in a heap in the corner and draws the foul. It'll be a free kick here for a restart by Forbes. He played it to Abu Peperipovic, and it deflects off of Perez, so another chance here for Syracuse. Slavisa, front and center. Shot off the foot by Thompson is wide. Comets kick it away from their goal. Thompson gets it back. A hard pass off the glass to Canardo Forbes, and he'll send it back to Uba Peripovic, who tracks back to gather it up. Comets got the lead late in the second quarter, only to give it away with just a few seconds left in the second. Here's Sosa, looking for someone to pass it to. We'll play it to Patterson. Now Sinclair to Gibson. Funnels it into the middle, nobody there. Pino picks up the loose ball, and the Comets will build it back up again. Into Leo, and a foul is called on Gibson as he takes down Joey Tavernisi.
Chance to be foul number 14, Leo Gibson, his first of the game.
Battle for it at midfield. Asadpour will take it, play it back to Harris. Now over to Patterson. Up to Sinclair. Patterson looking for someone to lay it off to. Up to Rodriguez and then back to Steven. Good crowd on hand here tonight for Mascot Night. Comets looking for their fourth win of the season. They're 8-4. Syracuse trying to win a pair straight. They're coming off a victory over the Harrisburg Heat. They're 4-5 on the year, trying to even their record, 500. Modane Sinclair. Again, the Comets are playing without Robert Palmer and Ramon Palmer. Robert serving a 2-game suspension. Ramon serving a single-game suspension. So Ramon will be back for the Comets' next game this Sunday in Chicago. That game's set to kick off at 3:05, so the Comets will have Ramon back, but Robert will set out one more. Alan Matingu into the corner. Nobody home, and it's picked up by Syracuse. Syracuse kicks it out wide, and it goes out of bounds to the Comets.
Following the game tonight at Main Event Entertainment, the party doesn't just stop because the game is over. So join us immediately following the autograph session at Main Event Entertainment. On the other side,
Here's Patterson again. Patterson plays it long. Gibson watches it fly over his head, tries to trap it, but it's kicked away again by Syracuse. Comets searching for a chance. Syracuse with some good man-to-man here. Bad touch by Sosa, out of bounds. And it'll go back to Syracuse. 11:24 left to play in the third, and we're tied at 2. Patterson's got it for the Comets after winding around the boards. Patterson throws out to Leo Gibson, who quickly touches it over to Rodriguez. Rodriguez back to Leo, shots just wide. Good given though between Gibson and Rodriguez there. And Leo just missed it wide. Now Martingu's got it back. There's a drive, and that one deflected wide. Rodriguez gets shoved to the ground. Foul called on Schindler. Jake Schindler guilty of the foul. He's from Rochester, New York. Schindler with a goal and 3 assists on the year to go along with 3 blocks. Drive by Harris, and that one got through the 2-man wall, but ricochets wide. Comes back to the Comets. Nacho takes one from a difficult angle, and Coughlin picks it up for the Silver Knights. Joey Tavernisi is among the league leaders in goals scored. He has 17. The overall leader in the MASL is Frank Teyu. He has 36. I don't think anybody is catching that guy. He averages 4.5 goals a game, talking about Frank Teyu. Ian Bennett of the Wave has 32. Here's a shot in the middle, and a save is made by Patterson. How did the Comets defense do that? That was very good offensive play by Syracuse, and the Comets able to turn it aside. See if the Comets can counter here. Stokic into the corner. Nobody there with him, so Syracuse takes it back. Forbes plays it long, but it'll go right to Patterson. Catches it on the fly and rolls it out to Perez. Perez grabbed by Yelovak. Now Sosa with 9.5 to play in the third. Patterson up with it. Game tied at 2. Gibson, right wing corner. Now into Asadpour. Correction, that was Perez. Bound away by Syracuse. Picked up by Schindler down the left side. Schindler shoots and he hits it wide. Rebound, goal! Jake Schindler follows his shot and it gives Syracuse their first lead in the game. It's 3-2. Schindler, his second on the season. And here's the replay. Off the wall, Patterson couldn't hold on, and the easy follow-up there by Schindler. Good hustling player, good hustle play by Schindler. And how about the Syracuse Silver Knights? Putting a bit of worry here into the fans at Silverstein Ice Center's arena. They lead it 3-2. Under 9 minutes to play in the third. You got to wonder, the Comets, as we mentioned before, are playing without the Palmers, Robert and Ramon. Robert is a good defensive player. He has 13 blocks on the season to go along with just a goal. But Ramon Palmer is more offensively oriented for the Comets. Ramon Palmer is the team's third leading scorer. So we're missing both the Palmers tonight, and I think it's showing here with 8:21 left to play in the third, and the Knights leading 3-2. Patterson takes a look into the corner for Gibson. Gibson lets it roll through. Matingu was there, but couldn't put a boot on it. Now Syracuse will kick it long. On up to Jurger Gibson. Here's Jurger Gibson. Rolls it in, and it's another goal! Jurger Gibson and the Silver Knights now lead it 4-2. Gibson, his third on the season. And it's 4-2. The last time Syracuse was here in Kansas City was back during the 13-14 season. And if memory serves me right, I believe that game, Leo Gibson set the MASL record for points in a game. Let's see here. No, I don't have it in front of me here, but I believe it was against Syracuse where Leo Gibson scored 16 points in one game, and that's That was multiple scoring back then, I believe. Anyway, I'll figure it out, and I'm sure Brian Holland is probably yelling at his monitor right now. So we'll get that squared away. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Syracuse. I can't remember the last time Syracuse won here in Kansas City. Might have been when Nelson Santana was playing for the Silver Knights back in the day. Have to look that up. 7:56 left to play in the third. It's the Knights 4 and the Comets 2. And the Comets called timeout there to try to regroup. Bit shaky. Syracuse has got all the Momo with him right now. There's Leo Gibson. Comets offensive star. League MVP from 2 seasons ago. Here's Rodriguez. Kicked away by the Silver Knights. Schindler up to the half line, controlled by Kansas City. Sosa up to Sinclair. Sinclair hits it off the boards. And then the rebound comes to Rodriguez, who got tripped up. Bernardo Forbes now moving forward with it for Syracuse. Into the corner. Looking for a teammate there is Joey Tavernese. But the Comets get it back and up to Gibson. Leo Gibson draws a crowd. Tries to split the defender. He falls down. No call. That was a good call. No call by the officials. Off the top of the dasher boards and out of bounds. It'll go back to Kansas City with 7:01 left to play in the third. The last goal scored by Gerger Gibson was assisted by Domenico Vitali. And for Vitali, that's his second assist on the year. This would be a big win for Syracuse on the road to come in here and get a victory over Kansas City. You know, they got to be thinking over there in their huddle that every single game is just as important as it is to the Comets, with the races so tight for playoff spots. Gibson plays it long into the corner. It bounds off the dasher boards. Nacho was there for a moment. Taken away by Syracuse. Bordeaux, Manfoot there. And then all the way back to the back line. Uba Peripovic plays it forward to Vitali. Here's Vitali down the left side into the corner. Nacho is there along with Harris. Harris comes out with the ball and he gets taken down. Foul called by Bo Yelovac.
Syracuse foul number 13, his first of the game.
Now Harris gets through to Nacho, but then kicked away by Syracuse. Matingu gets it back. Up to Asadpour. Moves left shot, and that one wide. Comes off to Stokic. Stokic double teamed on the boards. Able to get it front and center to Harris. Nice play there by Stefan. Now Asadpour with some nifty moves. He fires again. Coughlin full extension, and that one just wide. 5:35 left to play in the third. Comets trail by 2. Here's Uba Peripovic gaining a head of speed. Here he comes, barreling down Main Street. Over to Yelovac. And Yelovac had space. Where was the defense there? Manfoot put it over the goal. And the Comets will have a goalkeeper distribution with 5:21 left to play. There's Stefan Stokic heading over to the bench. On the field for the Comets, it's John Sosa, Hodane Sinclair, Brian Perez, Lucas Rodriguez, and Leo Gibson. Here's Leo with it. Leo, a toe poke. Coughlin couldn't make the save and hang on. Comets scrambling, trying to get the rebound. But Syracuse, a good defensive job there to gather it up and keep it away. Now forward, here comes the counter by Syracuse. Leo got back. Now Gerger Gibson is in there. Sinclair comes out with it, but he couldn't hang on to it. Now Leo back with it. Sinclair once again. He's got a trio of orange jerseys all around him. And it rolls into Coughlin, keeper for Syracuse. Here comes some pressure by the Comets. Darren Toby to Tavernisi. Saved by Patterson, out of bounds.
Repair is a proud sponsor of the Comets. For all your vehicle repair needs, please visit Hector's Auto Repair at 2603 East 9th Street, Kansas City.
There's Hector getting the crowd all fired up.
For more information, or go check out Hector's dance section behind the Comets goal.
Look out, folks. Gonzalez boots one out of bounds, and the Comets will have it
The Comets are proud to have Silverside
on the goalkeeper distribution. 4:20 left to play, and the Comets trail by 2. We have an update on any scores, Jeff?
Getting them here, just one moment. We have the Harrisburg Heat have taken the lead over St. Louis in the fourth quarter, 5-3. And in Cedar Rapids, it is now 5-2 with the Rampage over Baltimore. Just underway in Ontario, Sonora has taken a 1-0 lead over the Fury. And at the first quarter break in El Paso, it is still a 0-0 tie between Atletico Baja and El Paso Coyotes.
Thank you, Jeff Houston. Here, Syracuse leading Kansas City 4-2. Comets need to get something going here. Under 4 minutes to play in the third. Comets got the game's first goal by Leo Gibson in the first. And then the teams traded goals in the second. We were tied at 2 at the end of the first half. Now Bo Yelovac sends it in there, but there were no orange jerseys. Brian Harris able to get it out. Now Matingu sprinting down the right side. Here's Alon Matingu. Matingu shoots. And it was saved by Coughlin. He had another teammate there in front of him. I think it was Upa Parapovic. They were both laying down, surrounding the ball.
I think they need to share that save. That's a half a save each.
You were just waiting for Matingu to toe poke it. Now McNabb stripped by Harris. Harris couldn't hang on to it, lost the handle, and it's back to Canardo Forbes. Under 3 to play now. Into Gerger Gibson. And Brian Harris upends Manfoot. Rodriguez has it for the Comets. See if the Comets can get some movement here on offense. Sosa. To the corner for Leo. Leo thought about the wall pass. Instead, will play it front and center to Lucas, and Lucas loses the handle. Offense just cannot gain any kind of possession time inside the half line.
For the Comets, the energy that was there at the beginning of the game, saw them pressuring that Syracuse defense. It just seems to have gone away, and then they're a lot more relaxed, and almost too relaxed now, and it resulted, I think, in at least one of those 2 goals.
23, Nacho, his first of the half, second of the game.
See if the Comets, thought maybe the Comets could get something going there with Osadpour down the right side, but Patterson mistakenly tossed it out of bounds. Comets are going to try some pressure here. Syracuse gets it across the line down to Yelovac. Yelovac looking for a teammate to pass it to. He's got Sinclair on his back. Sinclair goes down in a heap. Now everybody digging in the boards. The ball pops up into the air. Schindler's there along with Perez. Now Sosa's got the ball as it squirts out like a bar of soap. Sinclair gets it by Bordeaux. Sinclair forward to Osadpour. Here's Osadpour with a drive and an easy save made by Coughlin.
Nick adding more importance to the Comets need to come back. It is now final in Cedar Rapids, and the Baltimore Blast have fallen 5-3 to the Rampage.
Cedar Rapids, they're not going away. Here's Zuba Parapovic. Slavisa runs into Osadpour. I think some people might be were wondering at the beginning of the season, is Cedar Rapids as good as they looked on paper? And I think we're finding out that they are, and have to give a lot of credit to Everton keeping that team together also. He's been coaching pretty well, and that their keeper that they've got, Petrasek, has just been remarkable this year for Cedar Rapids.
He's had an incredible year and a just out of nowhere year. And credit goes to Everton for finding him, but he's rejuvenated a lot of that roster. I mean, Paulo da Silva, he's had some good years, but he was on the downside down in Milwaukee, and he's having a great year for them, captain. And Everton actually himself is having a great year. In fact, I know he was in the discussion for Player of the Week or Player of the Month last month with his good play. So yeah, it's a great team.
And Gordy Gerson also been a key.
He's okay.
Yeah, he's okay. He's been pretty good too. That's the end of the third quarter, and at the end of 3, the Syracuse Silver Knights 4 and the Kansas City Comets 2. This is MASL TV.
You want some free pizza and a goal here against Syracuse.
So here we go, the fourth and final frame, live at Silverstein Ice Centers Arena. Live on MASL TV, Jeff Houston, Nick Vassos, our director Brad Zimmerman. Glad you could spend part of your weekend with us. Stats through 3 quarters. Stephen Patterson has made 9 saves. Andrew Coughlin has made 12 saves for Syracuse. Total shots, Kansas City with 15, 19 for Syracuse. And Syracuse is on a 3-goal streak. They have scored 3 straight goals. Yelovak, Schindler, Gerger, Gibson.
30 seconds.
30 seconds to go on the Domino's Miracle Minute. Pizza makes everything better, and the Comets need something to make them better right now because they trail by 2 goals. That's what fans are saying here. Now the ball loose out front. Shot deflected wide. Harris had a chance right out front. He put it on target, but just deflected wide. Harris gets it back. Comets get it back. Here's Pino. Now Gibson. The left footer is blocked by Bordeaux. Sinclair to Pino. Back to Harris. Now Harris tees one up and lets it fly, and that one out of bounds. Syracuse will get it.
Trust your family's eyes to their doctors so you never miss another Comets play. Comets fans. Visit them at silversuneicecenters.com.
Sosa.
Shot from Vahid.
And Vahid rolled over the top of that one. Vahid gets it back. Here's Vahid into the middle to Perez. Back to Stokic. Now Sosa. Syracuse scrambling back defensively. Comets are going to reset and rebuild. The actual shots on goal is favoring the Knights. 16-9. I may have misread that in our stat update at the end of 3. 16 shots on goal for Syracuse, only 9 for the Comets. And again, the Comets are playing without Ramon Palmer and Robert Palmer tonight, both out because of suspension. Ramon will rejoin the team Sunday in Chicago.
His first of the half, second of the game.
Syracuse has the luxury of burning some time. The Comets need to create a little bit of urgency here in the final 12 minutes and 30 seconds of this game. Uba Peripovic plays it into Yelovac with a little give and go back to Slavisa. Comets take it away. Here's Sosa looking for runners. Now just coming on is Pino. Pino runs into the boards, and Coughlin's got it for the Silver Knights.
This is where they're going to really miss Ramon and his speed, being able to turn the game from defense to offense so fast.
Coughlin into the middle to Uba Peripovic. Over to Canardo Forbes. Now Patterson kicks it long, one hop off the carpet, and it goes out of bounds.
Now is the perfect time to complete.
So Syracuse will have it here. 11:51 left to play in the 4th.
You need to complete your degree with 8-week courses starting 5 times per year with campuses across the metro area in Parkville, downtown Kansas City, and at our new Independence location on East Jackson Drive. Learn more at park.edu.
Nick just saying a special shout out to our new sponsor, Genesis Health Clubs, the largest health club chain in the Midwest. With 41 clubs, has arrived to KC. 12 locations in the KC market, most open 24 hours, offering great facilities and above all, great services, including complimentary personal training and unlimited group classes. We're excited to have Genesis part of the Comets family now, and glad to have them back.
Genesis, I was just at Genesis this afternoon. And I was working out there, and their trainer, Travis, I went to the Ward Parkway location, so fans listening in Kansas City, if you're thinking about going to a club, go see Travis at the Ward Parkway location of Genesis. You will not be disappointed. That guy knows more about fitness and more about your body than anybody that you'll ever run into. Tremendous folks there at Genesis. Really impressed with them. Under 11 to play in the game, and the Comets trail by 2. Can they get something going here? The Comets feed Leo Gibson, who headed the ball to Matimu. Leo gets it back. Over to Alon. Wall pass. Leo was in the area but couldn't get a boot on it. Now Coughlin kicks it away from the goal. Ball just pinballing around in Syracuse last third. Comets will hold on to it, try to build it out again. 10.5 to play in the game. Comets have been held to 2 goals here at home. Now Gibson. He's marked by 2 people. Now Sosa tried to force it into Perez. It deflects and goes into Coughlin. Just can't get much possession going here. Antonio Manfoot, stride for stride with John Sosa. Sosa kicks him, and a penalty. What? A penalty is coming up for that? Penalty's going to go against John Sosa, so it's gone from bad to worse for Kansas City here. Sosa's going to be sent off for tripping.
See the replay of that one there. The ball had already passed.
It looked like he took his leg, swept his leg out, but that...
At 4 minutes and 56 seconds into the fourth quarter, to number 19, John Sosa, 2 minutes for tripping.
Wow.
Sosa heads to the penalty box.
So, here we go with special teams. How are we doing on special teams, Jeff?
Well, good news for the Comets is that they're the third-ranked special teams unit, penalty killing unit in the league at an 800 penalty kill percent. And then for Syracuse, they are at a 474 power play percent. So they're not exactly efficient scoring. And then good news, even better news for the Comets is that we're pretty darn good at stopping those. Unfortunately, we've had a lot of opportunities lately to kill penalties. And I know that's something that the guys worked on quite a bit in practice this week.
Well, this is the first penalty of the game, and it goes against Kansas City. And the drive by Bordeaux off the window bounces off the carpet and goes out of bounds. This is where the Comets could really use Robert Palmer. He's always a part of the man-down team. Now Matingu comes in, and he's in the corner, surrounded by a trio of jerseys. They wrestle the ball away from Alan Matingu. He calls for some help. Leo goes off. Matingu goes off. Sinclair and Stokic come on. Upa Peripovic, Canardo Forbes, Bordeaux, along with Darren Toby and Joey Tavernisi. That's the 5 out there for Syracuse. The man-down team for Kansas City includes Stokic, Sinclair, Rodriguez, and Harris. Pino comes on for Stokic. Now Forbes of Syracuse to Toby, and a drive by Bordeaux goes wide. Uba Peripovic up with the rebound. Front and center, Forbes to Slavisa, into Toby. Now Uba Peripovic, skip pass to the near side, Gonzalez. Now Forbes. Cross. Forbes. Darren Toby. Forbes again with a drive, and that one blocked by Harris. And the Comets kill off the penalty. Harris goes down. This is a dangerous time right after a penalty. There's a drive by Uba Peripovic. It goes off the Comets and out of bounds, but it'll give KC a chance to reset their offense. And we've got a timeout on the field. Timeout with 7:53 left to play in the game. It's Syracuse 4, Kansas City 2. Jeff Houston and Nick Vassos live at Silverstein Ice Center's arena, just east of downtown Kansas City. Syracuse leading the Comets 4-2, and we have 7 minutes and 53 seconds left in the game. Syracuse will have the restart once play resumes, as the fans are dancing to YMCA. Let's see if the Comets can dance their way back into this game. A 2-goal lead by Syracuse seems like an awful lot right now. Comets try to clear it out of their last third, and it's kicked off of Jake Schindler and out of bounds, so the Comets will have it in their last third. Patterson kicks it long, headed towards the referee's crease. Perez towards the goal. Comets get it back. Ossenpor's drive and a save made by Coughlin. Vahid again, another drive, and Coughlin pins it up against the boards with his stomach. Out throwing to the right side. It's picked up there by Bordeaux. Correction, that's Thompson. And another goal just scored by Syracuse. Comets are just not with it tonight. 5-2 is the score. And that one's going to go, as we look at the replay here. Yep, that one's going to go to Patrick Thompson. The Norfolk, Virginia native tallies his third on the year. It's the first goal of the fourth quarter and a huge 3-goal lead right now.
Kansas City has brought John Sosa out as the 6th attacker in the red uni 6th attacker jersey. We got 7 minutes, 16 seconds to go. Come on, Comets fans, get on your feet, let them hear ya.
Patrick Thompson got that last goal, number 88. Comets got the 6th attacker out there. Perez with a chance out front. It's deflected wide once again. That's about the third time it's happened. Sosa is out there with the 6th attacker jersey on.
And with him out there, the Comets need to get a goal in the next 2 minutes. Otherwise, they're not going to have a chance to get back in this thing.
Here's Leo with a drive. Blocked. Ossenpor! Ossenpor hammers it home, and the Comets are within 2.
Kansas City Comets.
Well, there it is. A sorely needed goal for Kansas City, and Ossenpor up to the challenge. He tallies his 8th on the year. It's now 5-3.
Yeah, the Comets have done this a couple times. They've fallen down by some, 3 or 4 point leads, and they've come back to make it a 1-goal game at the end. But they've waited too long to do that. Doing it now with 6 minutes left to go, that's going to be big. They just need to keep up with that pressure and keep that offensive mindset the rest of this way.
We'll see if that created any urgency, and a turnover there by Jake Schindler, who just kicked it out of bounds. So Patterson goes off, and John Sosa comes back on. Sosa. One, two, three, four, five. Looks like there's a penalty coming up here. Brian O'Quinn has now come off the bench over to Ron Corey. And a yellow card so we've got a blue card and a yellow card. The blue card might be for a bad change, and the yellow card is going to go to the head coach right there, Brian O'Quinn of the Syracuse Silver Knights.
It's been a point of emphasis from the league the last few weeks that you just can't have anybody come off the bench that's not a player. So as soon as he stepped foot off onto the turf, that yellow card was coming out.
So somebody from the Syracuse side is going to spend 5 minutes in the penalty box, and that's going to also go along with a, well, we haven't got an official word yet. Ron Corey pulled the blue card and then the yellow card, so we'll see what happens here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Assessed to the Syracuse Silver Knights, 8 minutes and 52 seconds in the fourth quarter. Too many men on the field.
Yep. Too many men on the field for Syracuse. So that'll give Kansas City the power play.
Stamoulicatis serving the penalty.
Stamoulicatis is going to serve the penalty.
Penalty box.
And they'll also need to put
Kansas
enough.
City Comets are on a power play.
I guess Stamoulicatis will serve the entire penalty. Somebody's got to come over and serve the misconduct penalty too, right?
Right, and what they really need to watch is that the play hasn't really started, but there's already 2 seconds off the power play on the scoreboard, so we need to make sure that. You can see Vahid was telling Ron Corey, make sure that gets fixed.
Yeah. Vahid wants the clock turned back to 2 minutes on the power play time.
When you're down 5-3, 2 seconds is vitally important.
Still, the clock still shows 1:58. Now it looks like they might get a change here. There we go. Okay.
All right, we get on the decks here, sort out. Comets fans, we're on a power play. Get up on your feet and let them hear you.
Here's Rodriguez to Sosa. Comets on the power play for the first time tonight. Osipor makes a bid for 2 straight, just wide. Sosa gets it to Gibson, back to John. Now Sosa, right side, Rodriguez. Skip past Osipor, hits it on the volley. Straight up into the air. Manfoot heads it towards the center circle, taken by Sosa of the Comets. Osipor is there. 1:28 on the advantage to the Comets. Leo Gibson. Now Osipor to the corner, Perez. Perez fires it in there. It pinballs around. Bryan cuts the ball back. And back to Vahid. Now down to the corner to Perez. Comets trying to get a power play to get within 1. Here's Osipor. Drive just wide again. He's hit it wide right and wide left. The ball stays in bounds. Leo hits it on the volley. Now he heads it in off the post. The crowd moaning and groaning with each chance the Comets are getting.
You know, Coughlin's playing a good game, but his posts are playing a heck of a game tonight.
Oh, another great ball from Perez to Gibson. And holy cow, the Silver Knights. They have their silver shield up because they are deflecting ball after ball away from their goal.
Now Harris is on for the super power
Oh,
play.
Leo, good spot. Leo shot, goal. Leo Gibson gets his second of the night, his 15th on the year, and it brings the Comets to within 1.
Timeout, Syracuse.
Their work is still not done. Syracuse calls the timeout, and we'll keep it right here. Here's another replay of it. As soon as Leo got the ball with nobody in front of him at the top of the arc, there was no chance that Syracuse was going to be able to stop the magnificent Leo Gibson from scoring there.
He turns on that ball better than anybody in this league. Great turn, great move, and he found himself, like you said, just wide open, easy shot.
Comets power play scored in 10 minutes and 22 seconds in the fourth quarter on the power play, returning the favor from our last Comets goal. This one scored by number 14, Leo Gibson.
So Leo now has
Assist
2
by number 7,
power plays on the season. They'll give Vahid the helper, and for Vahid, that's his 5th assist on the year. 5-4 is our score. We have 4:38 left to play in the game. Now, if you're Comets coach Goran Karadzoff, I guess what he's going to do is he's chosen to put Steven Patterson back in there, and I guess what he might do here is play Patterson on defensive. On the defensive side, and then when the Comets go on offense, Patterson will go off and Sosa will come on.
Yeah, Sosa or Harris. It looks like Sosa's got the jersey on now.
So a foul. Boy, a quick foul there. And that's to the advantage of the Comets called on Thompson. Now the Comets back the other way. Pino. Patterson is staying on. Patterson will stay on with Syracuse handling the ball. Syracuse a little sloppy in front of their own goal, but they get it up to Joey Tavernisi. He's into Comet territory. Tavernisi out wide left, and rolling over the top of it was Thompson again. He was the one who scored the 5th goal for Syracuse.
The Comets need to bring back that urgency that they had that got them those 2 goals in just a couple minutes.
Thompson stands to get the game winner as it is right now. Here come the Comets trying to build it out of the back. 3:51 left to play in the game. The Comets trail by 1. Timeout called by Kansas City.
Timeout, Kansas City.
Comets will be in action again this Sunday. They'll be on the road in Chicago to run with the Mustangs. Game time is set for 3:05, and you can watch that game on MASL TV in either English or Spanish. Chicago's team offers that dual broadcast. The Silver Knights are going to be traveling up I-29 to Cedar Rapids, Iowa to take on the Rampage tomorrow night.
Of course, on Sunday, we invite all fans out to Coach's Bar and Grill, 103rd and Warnell, and watch official watch party. Having good attendance at that. It's always more fun to watch with your fellow Comets fans.
And we ought to get a big cruiser going down to St. Louis, Jeff, for the ambush game on Saturday, February 4th. We ought to, you and I was talking to Fran Heisinger, the old trainer here for the Comets. He's thinking about taking a trip down I-70 and going down there and check out the game.
Well, you know, they're going to have a pregame match between St. Louis alumni and Comets alumni. Rocket invited me to come. He said, "Oh, we'll throw you a jersey on you. Nobody will know." I think they'll know.
So alumni night and in St. Louis on February 4th against the Comets. By the way, the Comets' next home game is going to be against the Dallas Sidekicks. We haven't seen the Sidekicks here in Kansas City in a while. That'll be Saturday, February 11th. Looking forward to that game.
That'll be a good game. Dallas has had an up and down year. We've got Cameron Brown. He's now at 23 games straight. With a goal. So it'll be fun to watch them. Or bring them into town.
He passed some guy named, what was that guy's name?
It started with a T, didn't it?
T. It was a U or something. Oh, yeah, tattoo.
He took his shirt off in the middle.
Precious time is clicking off of the clock, folks. Syracuse holding on to a 1-goal lead. The Comets with their 6th attacker out there, Sosa.
Syracuse trying to keep Comets up by the yellow line. Going to 3 guys high.
Here's Ossetpour digging deeper. Ossetpour gets it back. Ossetpour shoots. He missed it just wide. Boy, that's 4 shots. Vahid's been around the goal. Now Gibson. Vahid. Lucas. Vahid. In the middle. Perez. Shoots. Goal! He got it! The equalizer has landed. Brian Perez. Top shelf where Grandma keeps the cookies. It's 5-all.
When that ball squirted across to Perez, I was thinking to myself, man, why didn't he take that first touch? But when you look at the replay, as it comes across, that was the wrong replay, but as it comes across, Coughlin moved over, and so if he would have taken that shot right away, it would have been right into Coughlin's chest right there. Takes that one step, takes it inside, and he's able to go far post with that shot. Great vision, great goal, and we're tied up.
2:10 left to play in the game. A 6th attacker goal by Perez. And for Brian Perez, that is goal number 8 on the year. Goal number 8 for Brian Perez. We'll see who they give the assist to. 120 seconds remain in the game. Coughlin's got it. Coughlin forward to Manfoot. Foul called on the Comets. Good sportsmanship there between Stokic and Uba Parapovic.
If it was true good sportsmanship, Ubi would tell him, hey, fix your shorts.
Coughlin angles one for the corner. Slavisa knocked it out of bounds. The Comets will have it. 1 minute and 28 seconds left. Full changes for KC. On the field come Brian Harris, John Sosa, Lucas Rodriguez, Brian Perez, and Leo Gibson. For Syracuse, on the field, it's Slavisa Parapovic, Bo Jelovac. Now Harris, Oak's got space. Harris shoots! And Harris scores! Brian Harris! It could be the game winner! Here's the replay, and Syracuse, you know, one of the things Syracuse has been trying to do, and that is eliminate the silly mistakes, and that's one right there where they might be kicking themselves. The Comets have scored 4 straight. They leave Brian Harris unmarked, and Harris just roofed it, and the Comets lead 6-5.
He just took his time, gathered the ball in, called his shot, put it right up. Where did he put it?
Where Grandma keeps the cookies, top shelf.
There she is. And you know, like I said, Nick, earlier, the Comets before when they've come back, they've waited until about the 5-minute mark. They started now bringing out the 6th attacker with 6.5 to go. Now here we are, 1 minute left, and we've got a 5-4 game.
And the fans are on their feet.
6-5 game.
And the 6th attacker is out there for Syracuse. Kennardo Forbes is out there. Kennardo Forbes is the 6th attacker. Patterson throws it long. 50 seconds, now 49. Comets have scored 4 straight to take the lead, 6-5. 43 seconds left. Here comes Forbes. Parapovic, Ubi Parapovic to the corner to Jelovac. Now looking for Joey Tavernisi. Ball pinballing around. It's out front, and Patterson, with 28 seconds left on the clock, pounces on it. And he throws it long. Forbes settles it. 16 seconds left. Maybe one more try for Syracuse. The Comets are going to come away with a victory. A come from behind victory here. 6 seconds left, and Patterson can hang on to it. 2 seconds left, and that should do it. The Comets come back, and the fans are on their feet. What a treat for the home fans. Final score, 6-5. The Comets come back and win over Syracuse. Holy cow, what a game.
Nick, we need to pick some stars from this game. That's not an easy task.
Boy, let's see here. Leo Gibson is definitely going to be one of our stars. He had 2 goals tonight. I think Asadpour deserves to be a star. And I would say,
how about Brian Harris for scoring the game winner?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm 100%. We agree on these all the time, but this is one of the greatest stars ever. First star of the night goes to Leo Gibson. Second star to Vahid. And third star to Brian Harris.
There it is. It's been decided.
What a great game.
Oh.
You know, and this is two big games for the Comets where they've gut checked and found themselves down by 3 goals at one point and brought back that sense of urgency when they needed it and got 2 good wins.
And they've done it for 2 games in a row. Last weekend, they had a big lead, not a big lead, but they had a 5-goal lead or a 4-goal lead against San Diego. But San Diego came back, tied the game. Comets were able to come back and win that game. Same story here, but a bigger deficit, down by 3 goals and coming back to score 4 straight to win. Incredible.
Yeah, and what they've got to do.
Oh, let's listen. I wonder if we can listen here to Brian Harris.
That was a loud crowd after we scored. Unbelievable pass. I just happened to be in the right spot. Catch my breath.
How did you guys as a team come back and win this game tonight?
Yeah, sticking together. You know, all year we've been finding our ways, finally getting the team back together, playing solid defense all around, starting from forwards all the way back to Stevie.
And how about this crowd tonight? Another big one to come out here and support you guys.
Yeah, great one. It was loud in here. I like it.
You're playing the game right there, Mr. Brian Harris.
That was great. Now the key for the Comets, though, is they've got to take this energy, take this feeling into Chicago. Chicago's hurting right now. They've had a couple rough games, and so they just need to play like this with that kind of urgency the entire game, and they can take it to Chicago.
And that's where they'll be Sunday afternoon at 3:05. Comets did it also tonight without Robert and Ramon Palmer, 2 of their key players. I think this adds a lot of confidence to the Comets. I think they were a couple of weeks ago, back in December. I'm not so sure they knew what they had at the time. They knew they were good, but they weren't playing their very best. And maybe this game right here will start to build some confidence in these guys.
Well, and it started in St. Louis right after the last home game, where they dropped it to Florida. They went into St. Louis and they got a big win there. That was I don't want to say easy, because no game in this league is easy, but they handled it pretty easily. And then they come back and they take the 2 games in California. They come back here, face some adversity. They get another game, and like you said, it's just building confidence. And it's that old saying, you know, you want to peak at the right time. You don't want to peak at the very beginning of the season.
Also, before we go here, we should also mention Syracuse too. We got to give a tip of the cap here to the Syracuse Silver Knights. They came in with a great game plan, and their players performed well. It's something that the team has been battling, and those just some minor silly mistakes that are easily correctable that has just been keeping them from maybe getting a roll going here. But hey, Syracuse, you guys played well tonight,
and they'll be in the hunt for the playoffs in the Eastern Conference too. So it was a great game all around.
All right, so the Coaches Bar and Grill, Sunday afternoon, 3:05 to watch the Kansas City Comets travel to Chicago and take on the Mustangs. And we will be back here on February 11th to take on the Dallas Sidekicks.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
I can't wait to see the Sidekicks. I'm not sure that I've been down to Reunion Arena to call the Sidekicks game, but I'm not so sure that I've seen them here in Kansas City. So it'll be great to welcome them in.
Yep.
Hey, great to see you, Jeff. Thanks a lot for all of your help today on the call. Thanks to our director, Brad Zimmerman, and thanks to all of you who spent part of your weekend with us watching the Kansas City Comets and the Syracuse Silver Knights. Once again, the final, the Comets winning in dramatic fashion, 6-5 over Syracuse. Good night. Have a great weekend. This is Silverstein Ice Centers Arena. We'll see you. Thank you, Brad.